Hey everybody, Koricon here, and the bad times at the El Royale. This is written and directed by Drew Goddard and has a big cast. You got Jeff Bridges, Cynthia Erivo, Dakota Johnson, John Hamm, Chris Hemsworth, Kaylee Spaney, Lewis Pullman, Nick Offerman. Great movie. I absolutely loved this movie. I wasn't quite sure going in. It's really hard to pull off those single location films because your dialogue and your story has to be really strong. You don't have that many like action sequences and a lot of flashy things outside and locations that you can use as distraction or, filler. But they pulled it off so well. And when you pull off a single location film really well, it's extra special in my book. Drew Goddard hasn't done too much. He's produced a lot of things like Lost, but he only directed The Cabin in the Woods. I really liked that movie as well. This one is so much better, but Cabin in the Woods is still a good movie. And although this movie is fairly long, it's about 2.5 hours, I didn't care. It had a bit of a slow burn in the beginning, but it pulled you in. You wanted to know more about these characters, and there's not too much more I can say about the story because I don't want to give anything away. You really need to go watch this movie without having any spoilers. It would be totally worth it. I highly suggest seeing it. The cinematography and the direction were incredible. The dialogue was awesome. The acting, I did not see any weak characters or weak actors in this film. Sometimes when you have these kinds of movies, you may have one or two actors that just aren't as good as everybody else because it's such a large cast. But this movie, everybody brought their A game. And I really loved Jeff Bridges and Cynthia Erivo. Their banter, all of the scenes that they have together are great. They're engaging. You're glued to the screen. So overall, I loved this movie. I cannot really find much of a fault. If I had to really nitpick things, I would say a couple of scenes had too many edits, but most scenes had pretty long edits, and I love those. As people that know me know, I love long edits. And the movie might be a little too long for some people. For me, it wasn't a problem, but I can see it as possibly a negative for some people. For me, though, I'm going to give Bad Times at the El Royale an A+. I highly suggest seeing this film. Don't go in without any information. Don't look up any spoilers. Just go and watch it. I believe you would have a great time. I wish there was more I could talk about with this, but again, I don't want to give anything away. Just go see it. You'll really like it. I'm excited. We don't get many movies that have a decent budget that are original scripts. And so we need to support these really good original scripts. Now, the setup and story structure is similar to some other movies like Identity or The Hateful Eight, but the story is totally different and you're not going to know where it's going. 12 Angry Men, like the large cast single location. But this movie does a lot more different stuff. It doesn't copy from those films. It just has a similar storytelling style. But what did you guys think? Comment below and let me know. Links to all my stuff is in the description below, so check that out. And I will see you guys on the next video.